Welcome back to PSC's Tech Bites. This is episode number 250 and I'm really proud of what we have done so far. So thanks for watching my videos, thanks for subscribing to this channel, and please stay tuned because many more videos will come in the upcoming future. Today I want to start a new series of episodes about the Microsoft Teams Toolkit and specifically about version 5 of the Teams Toolkit that Microsoft recently released. Teams Toolkit is an extension for Visual Studio Code and Visual Studio that you can use to create Microsoft Teams extensions. You can create custom configurable tabs, personal tabs or applications. You can create message extensions, both and stuff like that. And using the Teams Toolkit, you can easily scaffold your solution either from scratch or based on a set of predefined samples that you can use to start learning from. It also provides a really nice implementation of an easy-to-use single sign-on for tabs and extensions for Microsoft Teams. It provides you an easy way to deploy in an automated mode all of your Azure resources using a set of pre-generated bicep files, and it provides support for multiple environments and settings so that you can run with the dev, test and production environments in your development context. In my opinion, it is a really powerful toolkit that you should keep an eye on in order to start creating extensions for Microsoft Teams. So, like always, let me move to the demo environment and let me show you how you can start playing with the Teams Toolkit version 5. So, let's start playing with the Teams Toolkit for Visual Studio Code. In order to set it up, you simply need to go to the extensions or Visual Studio Code and you need to search for Teams Toolkit. Once you have done that, you can simply set it up by clicking on the Install button. And in a matter of few seconds, you will see the Teams Toolkit icon popping up right here, as you can see here. If you click on it, you can see that you can start creating a new application or browsing a set of samples provided out of the box by the Teams Toolkit. Just to make an example, let's assume that you want to start from a sample like the Developer Assist dashboard. You can click on it, you can view the source code on GitHub, or you can create the solution, meaning you can scaffold locally the solution in your environment. You have to choose a target folder, this one is totally fine, and then the Teams Toolkit will scaffold locally on your environment a solution ready to go and ready to play with. You will have a README file with all of the instructions to follow in order to make it possible to run your solution, and that's it, you will be able to play with it. Of course, you can also create a new solution. When you click create a new app in the Teams Toolkit, you have to choose what kind of solution you want to create. It can be a bot, a tab, a message extension, or an Outlook add-in. And we will dig into all of these options in the upcoming episodes of this series. If you choose to create a tab, you can select if you want to create a basic one, a one based on React, a dashboard, or an SPFX based tab. Let's go for the very basic one, so basic tab. You will have to choose the target language, which is TypeScript in my sample, and you will have to choose a target folder where the code will be scaffolded. Then you have to provide a name for your solution, which can be PSC's Tech Bites, Hello Teams, just to provide a name. And once you have done that, there will be the automated scaffolding of the source code. You have to trust the target folder where the scaffolding happened, and then you have again a README file with all of the instructions that will guide you through the usage of this auto-generated sample. This is a very basic one because we choose the basic one, and in the source folder we simply find the app.ts file. We have an HTML view which will be the entry point of our solution with a paragraph with an ID hub name, and then in the static folder we have a script in the Teams app.js file where, using the Team JavaScript SDK, we get a reference to the context of Teams where we are, and we get the application name in which the solution is running, just to update the content of that paragraph with ID hub name with the name of the application which is hosting our solution. If we click now on the Teams Toolkit right here, we can see that we have the environment configured with an account already created, but you might have to sign in into a target tenant. This is the target Microsoft 365 tenant that will be used to host your solution when you will develop and debug it. And here you can also find all of the environments. You can create new ones right here so that you can have the dev test environments I was talking about before. You can create new solutions, view the samples, view the how-to guides, and preview your solution by pressing F5, as well as you can do the provisioning, deploy, and publishing of your solution, which means that in the solution itself, you will find, if needed, in the infra folder, a set of bicep files, which will have all of the statements to do the automated deployment of your solution. Moreover, you can also package the solution in the utility section so that you can then prepare it for the official release to your target customers. So this is a really helpful and powerful environment. And for example, we can simply press F5 right now just for the sake of running the solution in our target environment. It will take a while to build and package the solution, and then we will be able to play with it inside Microsoft Teams through the web browser. So now we need to trust an SSL certificate because this is the first time I'm running the Teams Toolkit in my environment, and I will do that. And once we are done with the whole setting up of the packages, the packaging of the solution, and the deployment in the target Teams environment, we will be ready to play with our custom team tab. Here we are. We were able to successfully execute all of the steps. So now we can go to the web browser, and here we are. We can sign in with the credentials of a target user which is valid for the target tenant, and once we are signed in, we can add the solution to the target Microsoft 365 Teams tenant and play with it. So it is now loading the Teams client in the browser. Here we are, and we will see the application that we can add to the target environment. So we are in the apps page, and we can add our tab which is running in the local environment. By adding the tab, we will then be able to see it in action. And of course, if I will go back to my Visual Studio Code and I will update my HTML file, like for example, I want to say hello PSC's Tech Byte episode 250, I can save my file, I can refresh the page, and I will be able to see that I've actually updated the solution I'm running from Visual Studio Code. And we are almost there. Here we are. Like always, thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it interesting, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you next week. Thank you.